I'm going to break this down into 3 short videos showing you how to put the stretchers onto the chairs. And I'm going to show you 3 different styles of doing it. I'm going to show you the X, or the box, and I'm going to show you the H, and I'm going to show you the X box and shapes. First thing you need to do is get all of your toothpicks ready. I just went through and very quickly, didn't even measure, just cut off the little tips of all of the pieces of card, all the little toothpicks. Okay. I've also gotten ready. This is just a piece of sandpaper that I've wrapped around some cardboard. This is probably 230. I think this is 230 sandpaper. And that's what I'm going to be using. Now, the first one they're going to be doing is the box. And I just came through and fit these in place. Now, the first thing you're going to do, because these are all going to be a little different. They're not going to be exactly 3 centimeters or 2.5. So one of the first things I do is I decide how deep or how high I want to put them. You can, if you want, go around the outside edge on each of the legs. You can see I've come here and I've made, it's about 1.5 centimeters, and you can see how I just made the mark on each of the legs. That way I know where I'm going to put them. So for this one, I decided not to do that and instead kind of go by eye. And this one I already cut and it fits about here. So if I'm making a single chair and I'm just adding the stretchers, you can go with this method. Now, these are really easy to glue in. I have a little piece of cardboard with some glue on it. I'm just using tacky glue, and I'm just going to get some glue on one end and one on the other. Don't want to use wood glue for this one because, ironically, I want to be able to move these around a little bit, because there's going to be some tension holding them in place. And you can see I'm kind of going through here. There's little bits of glue. I want to add just a tiny bit more right there, just to make sure I've got it attached. Okay. And then kind of smear it down a little bit so you can see that it's attached. I'm trying to get in here. Are you seeing that? But it's not too much glue. Now, for this no measure method, I've basically already decided all of these are going to be at the same length. This is going to be the box method. So what I do next is I just lay down the chair. I put the little stretcher right in between, and I kind of eyeball it. Remember, this is not rocket science. I make a mark with my pencil. I come in and I cut it. Toothpicks are pretty easy to cut, and they're also inexpensive. Okay, that's a pretty good fit. So I'm going to grab some glue on either end and just pop them right in there. And like I said, there's a little bit of tension going on between the bamboo here and the toothpicks to kind of help hold it in place. Now, I have this piece. Let me get that back in there, because sometimes they'll slip a little bit. So that's why I want it to kind of be something that I can change or move around. This one needs to be about yay big. And when I'm making this mark, I'm making it, when I'm looking at it, just a little to the inside of where the leg is. Let's cut that and see if it fits. It does, but can you see what I did there? I accidentally split that end, so I'm just going to put it up against another piece and cut it the same length. This just happens. It's a toothpick. We're not going to have a heart attack. Now, if it's a little long, I can just take my, or a little rough, I can just put that on there, and now it's perfect. Okay. Grab some more. Get you on there. Come on, baby. There you go. I know this sounds kind of tedious and strange, but there's something really satisfying about adding these in that makes it look really finished to me. So now it's the last one. All I'm going to do is lay it sideways, and I kind of custom fit all these. I could go by the measurement of the previous one, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to mark it a little to the inside. That means when I say a little to the inside, it means where I'm looking, where I'm cutting. It's not where the toothpick is not touching, because I'm kind of going on an angle. It's, I'm cutting it just a tiny bit longer, so I can then just grab this and pop it in. And all I need to do now is glue that on, and that is the box stretcher. You can see, boom, 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 box. Now, if you want, you could put more up here if you wanted to. You could add some up here if you wanted to. Your choice. But this is how you do the box stretcher.